everybody. This is Ray McGuff, and we're on a very special episode. With me, as always, is Jean-Paul Mantilla.
Well, hello. I'm professional this time.
That's right. Look at you. You're all geared up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you shaved your beard. What is that,
It's
a level
actually
2?
it's actually just growing in now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got a little level 2 going on there. You slicked your
It's
hair back.
it's
Very,
the awkward stage, yeah.
very Don Johnson.
You know, all,
Uh,
all of my one fan, made fun of me about it the other day, so I had to just,
I've slicked my hair back too in a very skateboarder way, or
yeah.
early 2000 lesbian.
Oh, I was just about to say, very what's her name? Melissa Etheridge? Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Come to my window if you know what I'm saying. Huh?
Hey, the reason why I'm all dressed up and got nice, it's a very special episode.
It is a very special episode. Why don't you take it away and explain what's going on there, Snack Pack?
All right, on a very special episode of What This Is, we're going to take a wonderful actor and go over his filmography and see if he's really that good or that bad.
We're going to do, and wait, not to interrupt you, but just so that because we talked about this when we were laying the format out, it's not just going to be actors, it'll be actresses.
Yes, that's right.
Whatever pronouns they may use.
Sure.
So it'll be everybody in the movie industry, probably some directors, producers as well will get thrown in there. But we're going to take their filmography and IMDb from day one, the very first thing they've done, and shit all over
it. And shit all over it. And see if they're really worth, the praise that they get.
Exactly.
So
this is a very special episode.
Yeah.
Who's up?
On this very special episode, we are going to do All Right himself, Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. All right. He's a hero of mine. He's the only drifter I know that drives a Lincoln.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure after he drives it, they don't want it back.
Because of the body odor or the weed?
Probably a combination A and B.
Now, if Matthew McConaughey happens to be watching, I was kidding about the body odor, and you're still my best friend.
And once we get to a certain movie that you did, I will refer to you as the orangutan from Busting Which Way Loose. Because you are an orangutan.
Well, I'm sorry, I had to turn it up there a little.
Oh, look at that fancy. Well, I could go like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I say let's kick it off. IMDb page, Matthew McConaughey.
All right, I've got it up.
First film credit.
All right, we're doing films only. We'll skip over their television and we'll skip over even voice acting because as my father-in-law told me today, that's not really acting.
They make a big deal out of it like it is, but I was watching Nick Kroll lay down some lines for that Netflix show that he has, the cartoon.
Yeah.
And didn't seem hard at all. Seemed like he was having a really good time. So.
Yeah, I mean, I threw a trivia question to my father-in-law today, and it said, "What is the last thing that Orson Welles ever did?" And he tried to guess. That is incorrect, sir.
Okay.
The last thing was a voice acting gig. He was in 1986 Transformers the animated movie. He was the voice of Unicron.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, he's like, voice acting is not really acting. So I'm going to go with what Wayne tells me today.
All right. Yes, this is the Dow of Wayne.
The Dow of Wayne. All right, so let's kick it off. Everybody's favorite. Everybody knows it. All right. Dazed and Confused.
So that really was his first movie gig, huh?
That is what IMDb is saying.
Okay. Well,
1993.
That's the first time I'd ever seen him in anything, and I'm not going to shit on this one. I actually like Dazed and Confused. If I had to shit on anybody in this movie, it wouldn't be Matthew McConaughey because he has iconic lines. He's always kind of like the glue for the characters. I think that in some of the scenes, the character actors were brand new to the scene, like he was, and he seemed to make them better by his charm, I guess you could say.
Sure.
Uh, I would make fun of the main character in this if I was making fun of anybody. He is a terrible actor, and I'm glad I never saw him in anything else ever.
I like that little boy. He did a great job in this movie. He was the main actor of the movie.
His acting style was this.
I mean, I remember when you used to do that same shit, so I guess you're a bad actor.
I was high on cocaine.
Oh, high on cocaine. So I will not shit on my Matthew McConaughey in this movie either. It's definitely an ensemble piece.
Frank said that that kid was a main character in Waking Life, which is probably why I've never seen it.
So. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Waking Life from God above. Good job, guy. That we don't even know the character's name.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, he was good in it, and it was it's the most memorable role. So yeah, well, we won't shit on him too much in this.
So this one we'll let him go.
We'll let him go. So next at IMDb, also in 1993, which I know for a fact what happened to this role of his. He is just known as Guy Number 2 in the wonderful movie that you and I have seen several times. We've done it on Schlockfest. My Boyfriend's Back. Oh, wait.
Well, yeah.
Oh, wait, we haven't. Eventually, we'll get around to it.
We'll get to it, but he is in My Boyfriend's Back. That's right.
Yeah, so it's so memorable that they actually cut his scene.
Yeah.
So you can't see it on the deleted scenes, but it's not really in any version that we can find currently.
I was going to say, because you and I talked about this when we were, I think the third time we were going to try to watch it.
Yes.
That you could only watch that scene on the deleted scenes.
That's right.
So we'll just go ahead and say that he was so terrible that the director was like, nah, we don't need him.
Yeah, we don't need you. So yeah, good job, Matthew McConaughey. You were not that memorable.
Yeah.
So we're going to move 1 year later. He went to Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. I mean,
Saul's Family.
I love this movie and I hate this movie all at once.
Yeah, it is a special gem of a film. Like I told when we did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre for Last Roundup Horror Show, and we talked about it. It was one of those ones that I hadn't seen until I was older in life. So it was kind of special because I was like, oh, I didn't even know he was in a fucking movie. He does some great shit in this movie, though, but the movie is all over the place. It's not very well paced. And the ending to me is kind of terrible.
And in this movie, they decided to just dump a whole vat of oil on him and all over his body, and his natural smells came out. So yeah,
he seemed to be greasy for the whole film, but it seemed like that town they were filming in was just like one 80-degree day after another with the humidity through 100%.
The town of Greece.
Yeah, everybody looked sweaty as fuck in that movie.
But he looked especially, smelly and stinky.
And let's say Matthew McConaughey at this point he's trying to get his sea legs, if you will.
Yeah.
So maybe taking his love of because later he gets into the roles like real hard. So maybe this was his first attempt. I'm going to live like a trash person for a month,
Or practicing for real life. We don't know. Hey, Matthew McConaughey, you were a greaseball in Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation.
In what? Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation.
In Texas Chainsaw
Massacres.
Hey,
you leave them massacres alone.
Chitlins. Anyways, what's up next?
So we're going to move on. Also in 1994, very, very small role, but I enjoyed him in this role. But it's probably because I love this movie. Angels in the Outfield.
Very small role.
Ben Williams. But again, that movie's just a fun movie. It's a fun kids movie. See it on Disney Plus too.
It's fun, but what's it say about that baseball team that God had to send special people down to help them?
It says a
Yeah.
lot. It says a lot.
Yeah.
But it also says that, again, they did not trust Matthew McConaughey. So that's another strike against you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not doing so hot. You're not doing so
Well,
hot in this one.
again, it was a small role, and it is a good film. I won't shit on this one either. I
Yeah.
liked that movie when I was a kid. I didn't like it as much as I liked the other baseball movie that came out that year, Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year. That's another good one. Yes.
Yeah.
So he followed that up a year later with Drew Barrymore as his co-star and Whoopi Goldberg as his co-star in Boys on the Side, where basically he was man meat. I don't know if you remember this movie, but he was there to take his shirt off and then oogle and go, "Ooh, he's hot." So,
I actually do remember seeing this movie on HBO one time.
yeah.
And I watched it specifically because they said he was in it, and I was like, "Oh, well, he's all right." Terrible movie.
I mean,
Not
there's
very
even
good
a
movie.
picture. All it has is him with his shirt off. That's the role.
Yeah.
It's, look how hot I can be. And,
Yeah.
since I'm a fat fuck, I'm a little jealous. So, way to go there, sir. Way
Yeah,
to go.
not a very good film.
No. He played Abe, which, okay, that's a wonderful name, Abe. Soon to be Ape, but that's later on as we move along this beautiful list. Then also in 1995, Glory Days, he played a rental truck guy. So he didn't even get a name, he just got something.
Yeah, he's rental truck guy, and I'll tell
rental
you,
truck guy. But see, in this movie, he decided to come back with his good old friend Ben Affleck from Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused. I was going to say I actually do remember this movie because this was one of those moments when I was at a Blockbuster Video, and the movie I was there to rent was out, and I picked this one instead. And it is pretty funny. It's got its moments, but yes, he's not very memorable in the
film. Not at all. And then a movie I've never heard of, also in 1995, Scorpion Spring. He played El Rojo, which in your words, it's the red.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's what I just said. It's in your language.
In my words.
In your words, your language. You speak a Spanish, right?
Nordic?
Nordic track? I'm not getting on one of those.
All right.
So he plays the red. Sure. I mean, I don't think any of us have ever seen or heard of
here,
this.
Frank's queuing up the trailer.
Oh, we got a trailer. Okay. Let's see this beautiful thing.
I've been going through this thing about women. I just want to keep my distance right now.
A deserted highway. A murder.
What happened over here?
Someone got killed.
A good, clean job, whatever it was.
What's that? What? There.
Mysterious strangers.
Is that Alfred Molina?
Leave them here.
Yeah.
The girl might need help.
And dangerous desires.
Are you looking for me or for my sister?
You Border Patrol boys better stick to your...
Was that Richie?
These are not dogs.
I think that was Richie.
No, that's his brother.
I'll be your friend.
In the middle of nowhere.
I don't want to get involved right now, Who says anything about getting involved? This is good for you.
Two white guys? What would they be doing here? She's just a whore.
Shut up! What's the matter with you? What do you think, she's an animal?
The truth can be buried.
This time tomorrow we'll be in L.A.
No. If I stop you here, will that kill you? Perhaps.
You Americans, you know nothing about these people.
You think I come to arrest him?
Looks like you found your boy.
I come to kill him.
Where you from, boy? America.
Oh,
you
shit!
Got a real Pancho Villa here.
2 minutes in.
He's gonna kill us. I think you should get in the car and drive, Papa. But if you wish to die today, it's as good as they say.
You got your badge and I got mine, but he's coming to my county.
Seems this whole thing's been one big misunderstanding.
You think I'm a killer, no?
I want the girl.
It's a cop.
It all depends on how far you're willing to go. Scorpion Spring.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like the same character that he was in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So
Hey, I think that's a Schlockfest movie we got to watch.
I mean, we're gonna have to look for that one.
Yeah.
I mean, because I suspect that he is not in that movie very long.
Oh, you think he's in like 2 minutes into the final trailer? Then they're like, "Hey," and this guy shows up.
And then
It
this
looks like
rando.
there's 7 people in that movie. But
Yeah.
go on. So we're gonna watch that one.
So we'll pencil that one in the future. So we move to 1996, Lone Star. Have you seen Lone Star?
Seen this? I like this movie, man.
Buddy Deeds. You know, I think he was entertaining in this. It's been a while since I've seen Lone Star. We got a trailer popping up. We got a trailer.
Yep.
Let us treat him in this beautiful trailer. Oh, so it's silent. Okay.
Well, I like, so basically the movie is this. There is a sheriff and his deputy who were embroiled in some shit in like the early 60s, and this guy gets killed. Then in today's, today, it would have been back in the 90s, it cuts forward to his son who's figuring out the murder.
Oh, okay.
And it was really good, man. Like, it's like the legend of, this is his son in the future, that guy, who's a great actor. I love that dude. Every time he's in something, he's fantastic.
Cooper is his last name.
Yeah. So he's supposed to be his son in the future, and they find this dead body in the desert, and his dad, Matthew McConaughey's character, 30 years prior, may or may not have killed the guy. It's great. It's a good one of those whodunit thrillers from the 90s. Really good, well acted.
All right. Well, don't spoil it, because I want to know who done it.
You should check it out. I bet it's probably on Crackle or one of those things. So.
On Crackle. Okay. So you would give him, he did a good job, even though, you know what's weird? He looks much younger in this than he did in his previous films.
Yeah, I don't know if he was like had stopped doing drugs or something, but yeah, he looks much younger. But yeah, he's in. Okay, he's gonna. But he's in it for about 30 minutes of the movie. I guess the movie's about an hour and a half.
Okay.
So he's just in the flashback portion, but he's good. Yeah.
So I'll give you on that one, and then I'm gonna come to again 1996, a movie that I feel is one of his best movies he's ever done, and this is early in his career. So kudos to you, buddy. A Time to Kill.
Oh,
come on.
How you can't shit on that, man?
You cannot shit on that. A great ensemble.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess this would be the first time he gets with Sandra Bullock. Maybe.
I think so.
Yeah, maybe.
Man, I'll tell you, this movie. I read this book in high school. I was in high school in this time period, and I was a big John Grisham fan. Man, I read The Firm, Chambers, many other ones. And I'll tell you, this was like one of the best adaptations of a book I've ever seen on film. So The Client was another one I read.
Yeah. Ooh. We forgot Kevin Spacey.
Fallen star Kevin Spacey. I forgot about this.
How are you doing? Me too, buddy.
I wonder how many of the extra Klansmen he raped there on set.
I'm sure a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I cannot make fun of this movie whatsoever. I've seen it so many times. I love it. It's a great movie.
It's one of those movies, when it comes on, I can't help but watch it. Like, I watch the whole thing. So
I agree. So you got something special there, Mr. Man. And then we went to, he followed up a great movie with what I would call a piece of shit, Larger Than Life.
I don't even know if I don't think I've seen this.
Oh, you've never seen Larger Than Life? Oh boy.
We better check out a trailer.
You need to check out this trailer of Larger Than Life, and very soon I imagine you'll be watching it with Frank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Frank.
Why is he coming over?
I mean, Larger Than Life. It has your wonderful person.
Dear Mr. Corcoran, we regret to inform you of the death of your father. Mr. Bowers, I never knew my father.
Nor did I. This should clarify.
My father was a giant?
He saved his nose. Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Now, Mr. Corcoran, as to your bequest. There is the bulk of your inheritance.
Oh, no.
Jack Corcoran has just inherited a big problem.
I've got an apartment with a no pets clause.
And there's only one way to solve it.
Have your elephant at the San Diego airport Tuesday the 24th, 8 p.m. I'll give you $30,000 for it.
But how
I have seen this.
Now,
I didn't know the name of it. I think I only caught it halfway through.
across America. Any way he can.
Please don't sit down, please. No.
Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry.
3,000 miles
Excuse us, please. We're trying to make a play.
to show him who's boss.
The guy called about the elephant?
Elephant?
This summer,
Okay, honey, where's the stairs?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
hit the road with the other elephant man.
That's cold. Get away. Get away from there. Help. Don't do it. Can you swim?
And experience a whole new breed of friendship.
Ah! Be my friend, please.
You want some of me? Stay out of this. Stay out of this, Farrah. Want some of me?
Bill Murray,
How much is your salad bar?
$4.95.
No, I mean the entire salad bar. To go, please.
larger than life.
Come on, out of the way, big boy. Yes, sir. Yes. All right.
Oh, man.
Oh, who taught you how to hitchhike? There's two types of animals in this world. Ones you can hitch with and ones you can't hitch with.
Wow.
Yeah, and McConaughey just plays a small role.
Apparently.
Tip the Tucker.
Yeah, I remember that vaguely after seeing them trying to get on that train, but I don't.
Yeah.
That's one I guess. Yeah, we'll be watching on Deconstructing Bill Murray.
Yeah,
I'll have to
I
revisit.
cannot wait till you guys watch it.
Yeah. All
Coming
right, what's
soon.
up next? What's up next?
So he followed up a movie that a lot of people like, but I'm going to say overrated, and the movie is called Contact.
I like it. His acting in this is kind of like they're like, hey, Matthew McConaughey, listen, we like your vibe, but keep your accent, but don't be you. You know, like he doesn't really feel like him in this movie. He's like got the Southern accent, and then he's not wacky or fun at all. You know, so it's kind of weird. But this movie, yeah, is about Jodie Foster's character being obsessed with trying to find life out in the universe. They get a beacon message back that's like blueprints to build the spaceship, which you think at first is a spaceship, and it ends up being like an interdimensional portal. Not very great on the what would you say, John Paul, on the overall fun factor of the movie.
It's not all right.
Yeah, it's very dull, but has interesting ideas and concepts, and I've always thought it was a decent movie.
So much so that, you know, later on, I believe that Christopher Nolan decides to steal this idea and call it Interstellar.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Which
makes
also
his own
has
version.
Matthew McConaughey.
Right. He can't stay away from space, man.
Yeah.
There's
Directed
space out there.
by Robert Zemeckis, too, you know, Back to the Future guy, Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Right.
Kind of not a good movie for him.
Just very dull. That's the thing. Like, it's got an interesting concept. It's just a flat film. Though.
Yeah.
What's up next?
So up next, a movie that most people do think he did a good job in, that would be Amistad. Steven Spielberg's Amistad.
Oh, Amistad. Yeah, that's a very serious subject matter film. I'm not going to say that his acting doesn't hinder him in this a little. He's almost you just have to see it if you haven't seen it. He just seems out of place a little. But the movie itself is great. I highly recommend it.
And again, so because I'm going to bash him in this movie, he should not have been in this movie.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
Any other actor, please. He should not have been in this movie. He even looks out of place with all of the other great actors in this movie. He is just
And I'm not saying he's not a
turd.
great actor at times, but it's like when he doesn't get the it's like his other failed movie, in my opinion, The Free State of Jones. He tries too hard to be he doesn't take the role and make it his own. He's Matthew McConaughey in a wig, you know?
Yes, exactly. And all of the other actors, act circles around him, and it's just sad.
Yeah. So that's one I would say, see the film because it's worth it, but be prepared for his Matthew McConaughey to come out.
Yeah, very, very disappointing movie. And then he followed up with another stinker, in my opinion, but you might think I'm wrong. The Newton Boys.
I never liked this film.
Okay, good.
To me, it's like somebody was like, "Hey, let's we got this script. Matthew McConaughey would be fun in it, and let's take this serious subject matter and make it goofy as shit, but still set it in that time period." Again, he's out of place in this.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I just there was no redeeming qualities of this movie, in my opinion.
No,
I didn't care for any of the Newton Boys, and I don't know. It was just not good.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically Ethan Hawke is the best thing about that fucking
Yeah.
movie. I mean, it's about a bunch of brothers who become bank robbers in the late 20s.
And good old Skeet Ulrich.
Yeah. Ethan Hawke's character is the best thing about it. He's like a wisecracking wise ass. He's almost like a cowboy set in this time period. And then Matthew McConaughey's supposed to be straight laced. Vincent D'Onofrio's his crazy self in it.
Yeah.
And Dwight Yoakam. I love that dude.
I forgot he was in this.
I forgot he was in it. Yeah, Dwight Yoakam's pretty great. He's the pyrotechnic guy. He blows up safes. But overall, not a good movie.
Yeah.
One of those ones that came out in the 90s where they're just like shoveling direct to. I mean, I don't even know if it went to a theater.
It hit the theater.
Okay.
I remember actually.
But it went right to video.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those. I want to say a February release. I mean, I let me look it up at the exact release date on it since I have the IMDb. It was a Valentine's Day movie. So, curl up and watch Matthew McConaughey.
Get your best girl and go out and get a little Prohibition era whiskey.
Yeah, there you go. So,
yeah, terrible. He's very terrible in that movie.
And then one, I don't recognize this title. Maybe if the trailer will jog it, but he followed that up with "Welcome to Hollywood." So
I don't think I've seen that one either.
He plays Matthew McConaughey in it.
So
I don't even think we need to roll the trailer on this one, but if
it
you
looks
want,
like he found it. Yeah.
Oh, you found it. Okay.
To Hollywood, the world capital of dreamers, schemers, and stars. Now, finally, a movie does for Tinseltown what Spinal Tap did for rock and roll. But what does it take to make it?
Somebody just like Sandra Bullock.
Who has a good butt.
It was a good butt. I'm going to find somebody out there who wants to be a star, and I'm going to follow them obscurity to stardom.
You were my first choice, and I'm very excited about this.
He's going to be a star. Isn't that right, Anton? 2 thumbs up. Stop saying 2 thumbs up. It's coming off kind of stupid.
See him tomorrow morning. Let me get him in there about 10.
So this is Borat, basically.
His name is Nick Decker. They're supposed to say Nick Decker. They say Dick Necker. Big fan.
Oh, Dick Decker.
Hey! He's drowning! Hey!
Okay, that's great. That's plenty.
After that day, I also became someone in fragments.
No. You raped her. Humor's not the right way to go.
Hey! He's drowning!
Oh, wow.
To cast Nick a new girlfriend. Angie, I got an idea. It's very exciting. I'm very excited about it. So the first thing we're going to do is get you guys out in the streets, out at the movie premieres, out at the parties, being seen. And now everybody's wanting to know who is this mystery man with Angie Everhart.
You know I just got married, right?
Nick, did you meet Carmen Electra?
Yes, I just met her.
And action.
Oh, man. This is his big break, huh?
Kelly, come here. Take off your robe. I just need you to say Nick's line.
You struggle for so long to become an actor. We're gonna have to let you go. You give it all of your heart and soul.
Today is the end of the film.
At a certain point, you realize that there's nothing you wouldn't do to succeed.
Can you do your own stunts?
Yeah.
Can you do a big motorcycle jump?
I've done similar things on a bicycle.
Okay, well,
I may have to check that out. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks like one of those, kind of like Borat, that they're filming people in real life, and I guess they're ill on it. I don't know.
Yeah, some people may, some people may not. Yeah, it looks funny though.
Okay. Well, that one's called Welcome to Hollywood. I'm guessing Matthew McConaughey just gets interviewed, and
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So good job on you. No, fuck you, Matthew McConaughey. Fuck you.
Wow, your disdain for Matthew McConaughey is very palatable.
Yeah, very, very. So he followed that up with a movie that I know a lot of people enjoy, Ed TV.
Oh my God, I love Ed TV. How do you not like Ed TV? Woody Harrelson. Come on.
That's the thing. I love Woody Harrelson in that movie. Ed's a fucking asshole and a moron.
That's perfect for him. That's Matthew McConaughey.
He stole that guy's girl.
It doesn't matter. That's Matthew
such
McConaughey.
An asshole move.
This is like a perfect vehicle for Matthew McConaughey. It was the first, and let's give it its props. It was the first movie to take seriously that people might actually follow like other people around for like and do this as a thing and for a real TV show.
I'll give you that. I mean, I know that like Survivor had already started and a couple other shows like that.
Well, yeah, MTV was doing stuff, but it was like mainstream people were finally going, this is probably what the future of TV is. Yeah. What if somebody did this? And they kind of end up doing it with later on with the Osbournes, the Kardashians, right? And stuff.
Right.
But I thought this was great, man. Ellen DeGeneres, it's probably the only time from here on out that she'll be known as somebody that was nice and funny.
I disagree.
Ellen DeGeneres hates people, apparently.
Oh.
But Rob Reiner was great in this, man. I love this movie.
Directed by Opie, and Clint Howard was in this movie too, because it's directed by Opie.
Yeah, as he should be.
Yes. Oh, Jenna Elfman. So she decided to join Scientology, and that good on her, because what happened to her?
I miss her.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah. So great movie. You're wrong on that one. Matthew McConaughey nails it.
Again, like when we first played this game, I feel that the ensemble is really what made this movie, not Matthew McConaughey. Even though it is about him, he's just all right. So in the comments below,
Ed TV without Ed.
It's called The Truman Show, and it was 100 times better.
Yeah. What's
I'm
next?
just saying.
What's next?
You're welcome. What's next? A movie that we're going to fight again about, probably. U-571.
Oh, the submarine movie.
The submarine movie.
Again, though, this is a good movie, but he's out of place in this film.
Okay, good. So we'll be on the same boat on this.
It seems to be a pattern with this guy. Like, for every 10 movies he does, one of them he's perfect for. And the rest he's just in a good movie because the cast is great, the script is good, but he's out of place.
So I call that overrated as an actor. So, I mean, it was a fun-ish movie.
It was intense, man. Like I said, it had a great plot. It was a story I'd never heard of, right?
Right.
But
so maybe my disdain for this movie goes back to a story of mine. When Blockbuster was around, kids Google what Blockbuster is. This movie was one of those guaranteed to be there movies.
So they had the trailer playing all the time?
No, not only that. they guaranteed that when you went into Blockbuster, no matter what time, you would be able to rent this movie, which means we had a whole bunch of copies. If not, we would have to give you, a coupon or whatever. Well, my Blockbuster got a total of 25 defective VHSs of this movie out of the 30 that we received for our store.
So you had to give out a lot of passes, huh?
Yeah, and a lot of angry women because they couldn't see Matthew McConaughey on a boat.
You were really mad. You were really mad at him because women like him, aren't you?
Yes. I am a fat fuck, and I'm not gorgeous like Matthew McConaughey. I do not have muscles, nor do I want to stink like him. So, wow.
You've got this perception that he's just reeks of body odor.
We haven't gotten into where I, again, really disdain for him. So we'll move on to his next movie, a movie that I enjoy, and you can bust my balls because I've been busting your balls. The Wedding Planner. Him and J-Lo. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Yes.
I've never seen that movie, and I would never watch it ever.
J-Lo has great chemistry with Matthew McConaughey in this.
I thought you were going to say a great ass, and you got your head all the way up it.
I mean, I do. I just love this movie. I don't know why. It's just, there's the stint that we're going to get into where Matthew McConaughey decided to do all these romantic movies. And, this is your typical, she's the wedding planner. He's just a guy who is a doctor, is going to marry the wrong chick, and they end up together. And it's just, I don't know.
Typical.
It's your typical romantic movie. I love this movie. This was another guaranteed movie at the Blockbuster that they did gracefully give us 105 copies. So we never had to give a coupon for this one.
Yeah, because nobody watched it. But anyways, what's the next one?
Yeah, exactly. The next one is a movie that is probably on my high list of Matthew McConaughey. You did an amazing job. Frailty.
Oh, God. Yeah, knocked it. Bill Paxton by a script by Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
I believe directed by Bill Paxton as well.
Yes.
You can't fucking say anything bad about this movie.
No,
it's genius from the first frame to the end frame. Matthew McConaughey kills it in this film. Yeah. Frank said you missed one, John Paul.
Oh, I did. And
I purposely is great.
I did purposely miss this one because, oh my Lord.
Okay, what's this one?
Okay. This movie's called 13 Conversations About One Thing.
Okay.
And I'm just going to stay quiet and have him roll this trailer.
Yeah, I've never seen this.
Show me a happy man, I'll show you a disaster waiting to happen.
What makes you an authority on the subject?
I knew a happy man once. It was a curse.
What is it that you want?
What everyone wants. To experience life.
I just sent a guilty man to prison today. Got another lowlife off the street.
Maybe you just got lucky.
Luck is a lazy man's excuse.
Spoken like a guy that's had nothing but good luck.
You don't know what's up ahead. Amazing things happen all the time. You actually believe that?
Your shirt is torn, but I could fix it for you.
He smiled at you. I know.
It's taken me years to get where I am. Well, for your information, I'm about to be made vice president. What is it? What are you smiling at?
You set me free.
From what?
Life of predictability, dullness of routine. I'll see you again Thursday, same time.
What one?
It's like the old gypsy curse. May you get what you want.
Have there been any changes in your life recently? They've been positive.
What new VP?
The young guy. Hey, I thought you knew. What happened?
He knows.
What happened to your head? Had 2 drinks at the lousy bar with you, Owen.
Well, I want to give something to the victim's family.
I'll see my wife again sometime. I still have all of my things there.
My eyes have been open. back.
You seem so calm.
Maybe I've just gotten used to feeling alone.
You know what they say, fortune smiles at some, laughs at others.
I won lottery? How much?
Finally hit it! $2 million bucks!
So it's one of those typical 90s, mid-90s independent films about a bunch of losers that are trying to be winners. I got it. Yeah.
Not even close. Not even close. This is probably one of the most depressing movies I've ever seen in my life. If you are someone who deals with depression or any kind of just anything, don't watch this movie. It's just going to make you sad. It is just a very just gut-wrenching, depressing movie. I did purposely miss it because, man, I couldn't stand this movie.
Well, it looks like Matthew McConaughey did a good job at it, though.
He does an okay job. Again, another one where the ensemble kind of carries him, and the ensemble is phenomenal. But boy, is it just hard to watch.
Yeah, Frank pointed out a good point. The Comic Sans font in the trailer, classic.
Yeah, classic. So then we move on to a movie that I kind of enjoy in a weird freaking way.
Well, we already discussed Frailty.
We did just Frailty, so we're gonna move on to Reign of Fire.
Oh my God, I love this movie.
Talk it through.
Here's what you got. You got London dragons, English dragons coming up out of the ground, taking over the world. Then you got two badasses. You got Christian Bale and you got Matthew McConaughey, who took apparently all the steroids for this film. The first time I saw it, it took me 5 minutes to realize it was actually him when he rolls up with the group of Americans. The whole world's been taken over by dragons. Last group of Americans are there in London to find basically the nest and kill the biggest dragons.
And don't forget Gerard Butler.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in this. But yeah. But man, what a good movie. And people fucking it was like, yeah, right around the height of the X-Files. Somehow it didn't do well in the theater, man. But the special effects for this the special effects for this time period, the dragons look amazing.
So yeah, I mean it's good action fun.
Yeah, all Matthew McConaughey had to do in this was be jacked and crazy. Like that was it. So
and he does deliver. I do feel that again, Christian Bale's a lot better in this movie. Gerard Butler's better in this movie.
Well, Matthew McConaughey, he's the dragon slayer. He's the one everybody wants to be. And he's, no nonsense kind of military dude. That's all he had to play. I think he did very well in this part. Yeah. And that movie, if you have not seen it, kids today probably have. If you're a young person and you're like, what's this? I don't know what you're talking about. Check out Reign of Fire.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good. And then after that, he did How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
I saw that. Yeah.
With good old Goldie Hawn's daughter herself.
Yeah, Kate Hudson. This is kind of like, this is where he starts to really dig deep into the romantic comedies from here on out.
See, I didn't like this one, and I enjoy his romantic comedies, but this one, not so much.
Yeah, basically, Kate Hudson's like a reporter, and she's got this bet with these girls that she can drive this guy away in like 10 days or something. I don't know. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's not funny. Matthew McConaughey, I think he's drunk for most of it.
I mean, maybe. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So we can just say he did not do good in this one.
Yeah.
So, and again, because I hate how good looking he is, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. All right.
Fuck you, pretty boy.
And then he did, after this, a movie I love, and most people have never seen this movie, Tiptoes. with Gary Oldman, where
You
plays
said Dick Toes?
no, Tippy Toes,
Oh,
where he plays Gary Oldman's twin brother, and Gary Oldman is a little person.
I've never heard of this movie in my life.
Oh, please roll this trailer, and we'll just all listen in on it. I mean, you're going to be surprised all the people this has.
How long is this show going to be, by the way?
Carol and Steven.
We'll move along really quick after this. You're right.
I've got to get going.
Right this second. Hey, baby.
Hey, sweetie.
I love you.
There's one small problem.
Hi, I'm Ross. I'm his brother. We're twins.
Are your parents,
Yeah.
It can tear them apart.
I think you gotta let me know that everyone in your family's a midget.
They're not midgets, Carol. They're dwarfs.
Whatever.
Or bring them together.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Or this is Steven's father, Bruno, and his mom, Kathleen. And over behind the bar is Steven's brother, Rolf.
Hi. You could have prepared us for this, don't you think?
If you embarrass me, I'll never speak to you again, so just get it together.
How's everybody's drink?
When the going gets rough, it's only the size of your heart that counts.
Would it really be that big of a deal?
Trailer's so great.
You knocked up this great girl, and you didn't tell her that her baby's probably gonna be little. I'm not like you.
We are so cute and cuddly. Don't discriminate.
That's Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
And Bridget the midget.
Wild. I never expected this. There's sure a lot of midgets around here.
You better back off, Goldie Hawn. My man can do what he wants to do.
I'm ready for an adult relationship.
What is this man doing in your bedroom?
A walk down the aisle
Steven's he's a very lucky guy. Just hope he's smart enough not to screw it up.
is just a beginning.
There'll be rough patches, there's no doubt about it.
Canal Plus and Langley Productions proudly present command performances from Kate Beckinsale,
Command performances. You hear this?
Patricia Arquette,
Yeah.
and in the role of a lifetime, Gary Oldman. Tiptoes.
I am fucking, my brain exploded. In a role of a lifetime.
In a role of a lifetime.
A movie I've never heard of. How did that get made? Well, that's like the most offensive thing I've seen in a long time. Yeah.
It's not offensive, but it's just hilarious the fact that Gary Oldman plays Matthew McConaughey's twin brother, who happens to be a dwarf.
Yeah. I like that he's doing his southern accent too,
Yeah.
and he had the mustache.
Yeah,
I've got to see that. I will be tracking that movie down.
I will. I believe I still have a DVD copy of it. I'll get it to you, sir.
All
I
right.
will get it to you.
What's up next? Tiptoes.
So let's move through real quick and go through the mid 2000s, and if anything jumps out, you say let's discuss.
Okay.
So Paparazzi. Apparently, he was
Yeah.
uncredited for it, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Sahara, which was a terrible remake.
Let's talk about this one for a minute, because this is his shot to be Indiana Jones, basically, right? The book, this book series. I don't know if you guys are familiar. The Dirk something or other book series. I looked this up once. It's like got 25 or 40 books by this point. This could have been his Indiana Jones franchise, and it is so laughably bad that
Garbage.
garbage. It ends with it's 2 hours and 10 minutes too, but it's this he's perfect for the role. Like, he plays this smarmy kind of loser treasure hunter with the what's his name, they just showed him there,
Steven Zahn.
Steven Zahn as a sidekick. It's got everything that Indiana Jones, like a little like the Mummy meets Indiana Jones comical kind of thing.
And Penelope.
But the story is so convoluted and long and just unbelievably terribly put together that it falls flat on its face. And any of the cool shit that's like Indiana Jones stuff is overshadowed by this stupid subplot where the government of the country they're in wants to kill him for some apparent reason. So they're just trying to murder him through the whole thing. It's not very good at all.
I equal this movie and the terrible movies by Nicolas Cage, National Treasure, as one giant garbage-filled dumpster fire.
it was basically like, hey, we got this Indiana Jones type thing for you, and he's like, all right, and then just fucking just falls flat.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But go on.
So let's just move real quick. So then he followed it up and did Two for the Money with Al Pacino. Again, cash grab, terrible movie.
Terrible movie. Even Al Pacino's bad in that movie.
Yeah. Then he did Failure to Launch, another romantic comedy that
Failure to Keep My Attention.
That did fail to launch. Then he followed up with We Are Marshals. Or We Are Marshall. Good movie.
Let's talk about this. Yeah, good movie. He didn't have much to do in this except for play honest, and that's what he did. He was just took it and became the guy coaching a football team and has a tragedy. And if you're a football fan, it's a good movie.
If you're a drama fan, it's a good movie. Yeah, he should have been nominated for this movie.
Yeah, I think you're right. Again, it's not. If you live in Ohio, you know this story. So, basically, this football team are on a plane. Their plane crashes. They die, and they have to rebuild the football program from the ground up. And they bring in Matthew McConaughey's character as a coach to take over. It's sad. It's fucking hopeful. It's got an amazing soundtrack too.
It does. I give you that.
And again, it's well acted. Everybody that's in this movie had respect for the subject matter. I really liked it.
And Matthew Fox looks like a ginger in it, so that's always good. Yeah. So moving on. I mean, I guess this was considered a romantic comedy. I don't know. It was terrible. Fool's Gold.
Awful movie.
Yeah.
He's terrible in it.
Yeah. And then he had a small role in Tropic Thunder. Good movie. He didn't need to be in the movie.
He was great, though. You got to admit, he was fucking funny as hell in it.
But again, cameo. So not really.
I got you your room, Tugger Nuts. Yeah. I mean, it was great. I liked it.
All right. So then there's one I never heard of, Surfer Dude. We could just move on because, I mean, I imagine that's his life.
Yeah, I heard bad things about that movie. So
and then he followed up another romantic one, Ghost of Girlfriend's Past. Wow, was this a stinker?
Yeah, that movie is a complete fire of a film. I don't know how it even got made is baffling.
Yeah, I don't know. And then after that, I think this is where the stint where he just does garbage. He followed that up with a movie that I know people like, but I still think is garbage, The Lincoln Lawyer.
Hey, I actually like that book series, and I thought he did a good job bringing that character to life. That's how the character is in the book. So.
And that's how he got the Lincoln deal with the commercials, right?
Right, exactly right.
It's about a lawyer getting a deal and thinking
the lawyer in the book series, the lawyer, and this is in the movie too, but the lawyer works out of a car because he only handles criminal cases, so he's constantly going from criminal situation in Los Angeles to criminal situation. So he has to have and he has a driver. And it's like a getaway car. He's a lawyer for bad people. And so the car's bulletproof, the window glasses bulletproof. And that's what he does. He gets these bad guys off. And then
he makes out with them. No, he doesn't. Oh, okay.
It's the book series is phenomenal. The movie was good. I wish they would do another one, actually.
Okay. He followed that up with a movie I know you love so much with your other favorite actor, Jack Black, Bernie.
Oh, Bernie's actually a good movie. But again, it's one of those situations where it's Jack Black carrying the movie and Matthew McConaughey is just Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, it could any other person could have played that role.
Exactly.
So then he did a Killer Joe.
Man, he was good in that. That movie's not good. I don't like the movie, but he is good as that fucking crazy serial killer.
Yeah. So after that, in 2012, he did a movie that inspired me. It made me think of creative things, and it made me create a show about torturing my friend Randy.
Okay.
That movie is The Paperboy.
Oh
Please
my gosh.
roll that wonderful footage of this movie, and we'll have to talk about the story
We'll tell the story of how this happened. Yeah.
and how this happened. So,
The Paperboy.
The Paperboy.
It's coming up.
2012's The Paperboy.
There's an ad before it.
Okay.
Our producer's telling me right now. There's an ad.
Oh, you got a producer in the ear. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Look at that. Look at
I'm
you.
very important. I'm a
You
star.
are. Okay. Well,
Here we
here's the
go.
wonderful trailer of The Paperboy. Already Cannes Film Festival.
I'm looking for the office of Ward Jansen of the Miami Times.
I work for the Times. This here is Miss Charlotte Bless.
Oh, not for long. Hillary and I are engaged to be married. Everything you need to know about Hillary Van Wetter that's been in the papers is here in these boxes. Yeah, and our exciting correspondence is in the bottom box. I really just want to thank you for helping me get Hillary out of that hellhole.
Well, I wouldn't go booking the honeymoon just yet.
Oh.
But we all gonna fight this sentence in the way it came about.
I mean, that's David Oyelowo, yo.
Loving him is dangerous.
It's about the murder of Sheriff Call. I understand the judge allowed testimony based on evidence that he never even saw.
Dangerous.
These your paper boys? What they gonna do for it?
Deputies say they found the sheriff's body at 6 a.m., but it was the way he was killed. That's what makes everybody assume it was you.
I ain't the only one carrying a machete around here.
What really happened?
You look a little young to be a journalist.
You can get your man out of jail, wouldn't you?
You don't love him.
You don't know that. Hillary ain't so bad, and I'm not so good. I've got another side.
Tell him we got Hillary out. Governor's gonna pardon him.
Yeah. Like a petrol in the store.
I don't think I'm gonna like living in a swamp.
Charlotte's out down home.
What do you want me to say, man? Gotta get her out of there, boy! You put your hands on me again, I'll mess you up!
Somebody will cut you to the last.
I know what you came for. You got what you want.
Jack, I really messed up this time.
Stop fucking me, boy! You son of a bitch! Come on!
The Paperboy.
So
wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie inspired this very special episode and Schlockfest.
Go ahead and tell them real quick. Get your
All
side,
right.
and then I'll tell my side.
All right, here's the side of this lovely movie. So, once in a blue moon, John Paul sometimes gets special screenings and gets invited to review upcoming nominated movies. And I got a fun little screener of this movie. And I then let Randy borrow it. And I told him, what an amazing movie. I mean, it has Randy's favorite actor, John Cusack. He's like, Randy, John Cusack can't do wrong. He's the best actor ever. We could go through all of his IMDb and we just realize how great it is. Look at his face getting red, boys and girls. That's right. John Cusack is the best. And this movie was a giant piece of shit. And not only did I make Randy watch it, I told him how great it was. And so go ahead, bud, as your face gets red.
Yeah, so from there, like for a while I had this whole thing where John Cusack to me could never make a bad movie because I'd never seen him in a bad movie. Every movie I'd ever seen with him in it was good up to that point. So John Paul tells me, take this screener home, you're gonna love it. This movie is the worst movie I've ever seen him up to that point. It had unbelievably weird sexual proclivity stuff going on. Everybody in the movie has got this weird Southern accent that is different than the one before it. You know, Matthew McConaughey's playing some kind of weird sweat. It's like he's playing a version of the guy in A Time to Kill if he was now deranged. You know, it was everything. It was like 2 hours plus. It had Zac Efron, who I didn't like at the time. Now I've kind of come to respect him a little, but awful. So he tricked
What's
me.
with the plastic?
Yeah, so it had this terrible, disgusting sex scene in it. And then so crazy thing was out of this becomes Schlockfest because Jean Paul's like, what if every week, or at first we were talking about weekly, then he's like once a month, I make you watch a terrible movie and then we just, we talk about it and make fun of it. And I was like, all right. And that eventually morphed into Schlockfest.
Yeah. So thank you, Paperboy. You are a terrible, terrible movie. And with Matthew McConaughey, wow.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey, you really outdid yourself in this film.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing.
Yeah, and Cusack did wrong. He did wrong.
Yeah, John Cusack is awful in this movie. I don't know what he was playing, what his idea was for the character, but it was batshit crazy terrible.
But the critics love this movie for whatever fucked up reason. They loved it. So
yeah.
But hey, it got my juices flowing, and we created 2 wonderful things out of it. So thank you.
All right, what's up next?
Then we move on to Mud.
Mud's one of those we don't really need to talk about. Everybody's and their mom's probably seen it. It was just okay. It was one of your classic dramas.
Yeah, it's interchangeable with anything. Blah.
Yeah.
He followed that with the critically acclaimed Magic Mike.
I've never seen this one, and I don't really care to. I don't want to. It's not my wheelhouse. So, yeah, I mean, apparently, for all you had to do is just get jacked and dance in that movie. So
Jack and naked. So
yeah.
So then he followed that up with, I believe he got nominated for an award for this one, the Dallas Buyers Club. Which
he actually won an Academy Award for this.
So this was a good movie, and I'll give you that, buddy.
Yeah.
I can't say anything wrong. I really enjoyed it. He got crazy thin and
he's actually acting in this movie. I actually felt like he was that character.
Yeah.
So
if you want to watch it, we don't want to ruin that one for you.
Right.
Then he followed that up with, I think, another good movie, but he's in it for a little bit, and it's also interchangeable, but you can prove me wrong on that. And it's also the first movie where I will admit that Leonardo DiCaprio learned how to finally act in 2013's The Wolf of Wall Street.
And to that I say,
that's right.
Matthew McConaughey is great in his little bit part. This movie, he's only in it for like 5 to 10 minutes. He is the king of kind of a Wall Street I don't know, like a big conglomerate company, and it's right on the day of the big historic 80s stock market crash, and that he gets fired right off the bat. So, but Leonardo DiCaprio is good in it.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, he's almost masturbating in it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Now, I read that Scorsese said that was all improvised. In between takes, to get his voice in, he goes, and so Scorsese's like, that little thing you do, why don't you do that as the intro?
You're gonna bring us
snort the cocaine.
Yeah.
And then precisely 7.5 minutes after that, you're gonna bring us 2 more. Then 2 more after that, every 5 minutes until one of us passes the fuck out.
Excellent strategy, sir. I'm good.
So again, great movie, highly recommended. He's good in the part that he's in. That's his. He was supposed to be a smarmy fuck, and he nailed it.
Yep. All right, he followed that up with what I would call an overrated movie, Interstellar.
Interstellar is a movie with big ideas that is great in parts and way too self-indulgent in others. Matthew McConaughey is fine as the guy. to go on the mission. But the problem for me always was with this movie is that I don't believe he was qualified. He's just a fucking farmer, and they teach him how to be a space guy. I don't know.
The movie's
And
overrated.
It's got very big ideas about what would happen if you went into a black hole and time travel. So I give it a thumbs up. I'd say watch it if you've never seen it. He is good in it, in my opinion.
You can skip it. Yeah. It's
So
just
great to be sitting next to the one and only Matthew McConaughey, hot on the heels of his Oscar and Golden Globe wins for the Dallas Buyers Club and his Emmy nomination for True Detective. The man is everywhere. Cover of magazines, starring in the highly anticipated Interstellar, which I want to say has gotten terrific reviews. Exhilarating being one of the descriptive words. Matthew plays former astronaut turned farmer charged with saving the world. But first,
I forgot he was a former astronaut.
what teachers are telling his daughter about space exploration.
Useless machines.
And if we don't want a repeat of the excess and wastefulness of the 20th century, then we need to teach our kids about this planet, not tales of leaving it.
You know, one of those useless machines they used to make was called an MRI. And if we had any of those left, the doctors would have been able to find the cyst in my wife's brain before she died instead of afterwards. And then she'd have been the one sitting there listening to this instead of me, which would have been a good thing because she was always the calmer one.
Not that breathing. He just knows how to breathe.
Yeah.
And it's a space adventure that you call one hell of a ride.
Yeah. I mean, we go further into space in this film than I've ever read, and surely further than I've ever seen on film.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
But I also did Contact, so don't forget that.
We went further into space.
1,600-foot waves in a spaceship.
And all with Jessica Chastain, who was just on without a green screen.
No green screen. Yeah, Christopher Nolan, the director and writer, he builds all the sets. So as an actor, you don't have to pretend as much. You just react to what's happening.
Fuck you, Nolan.
And,
fuck you.
Yeah. It's a good movie. Like I said, it's good in the sense that if you haven't seen it, it has amazingly big ideas to talk about. What's next?
All right. So next, Sea of Trees. Skip it, people.
Awful
It's
movie.
Awful.
Yeah.
Free State Jones. You kind of touched about that one a little earlier.
Yeah, one of the most disappointing movies I've ever seen because it had a cool story from that time period, the Civil War, that I never heard of. It's a true story. And Matthew McConaughey is Matthew McConaugheying it up, and he's just out of place. He produced it and I believe directed it. He should have got somebody to play the main character. That wasn't him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Terrible movie.
So then he did Gold.
Never heard of it. Don't care.
I saw it. I actually own a copy of this, and the only reason why I own a copy of this was I watched somebody else's YouTube live thing, and they had a trivia question, and I won it, and they mailed me a copy of it, and it's collecting dust in my Blu-ray case. So yeah.
Well, that's gold.
That's gold for you. So then he followed up with Gold with a movie that Randy's been waiting for years. This is going to be the best movie ever. Randy's excited. Matthew McConaughey got cast. And it ended up being another hot mess. That's right, boys and girls. The Dark Tower.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I'm a huge Stephen King fan. I love the Dark Tower story. And when I heard that they cast Matthew McConaughey as the Man in Black, who is the antagonist through the whole series, I was so excited. And then Idris Elba as the gunslinger, I'm like, this is going to be amazing. What they didn't do was tell that story. This movie is actually a sequel to the best-selling novels, and it connects into that series of books. So it was supposed to be like a platform to go back and revisit these stories by having this new story. And I don't know why they did that. Instead of just telling the original story of the gunslinger and the Man in Black, it's a travesty. I don't know how Stephen King signed off on this. It's well acted.
Bucket of money.
But everything about it is the exact opposite of what I wanted the Dark Tower movie to be. I was so disappointed that I was physically angry when I left the theater. I saw it on opening day, and I was so mad. I called this guy up right away and was like, "It's a waste of time. Don't fucking see it."
And I tried to watch it when it hit, on demand and all of that. And it took 6 different viewings of me trying to stay awake. To this day, I don't know if I remember much of it at all because it was just boring as can be.
Yeah, I was very disappointed.
Yeah. So there you go, buddy. Matthew McConaughey, no so good, not so good. He did follow up with a movie that a lot of people didn't see that you and I saw because we got early access screening to White Boy Rick.
Hey, this was great.
This was a good movie.
This guy nails it. He knocks it out of the park. It's a story about the biggest cocaine dealer of all time. Was a white guy who lived in Detroit,
Michigan.
The son of a gun runner in Hustler, who Matthew McConaughey plays, and it's just this family drama about these fucked up people and the fact that their society was basically just told to go fuck off, and so they decided to go make their own money. So I loved it. I thought it was great.
I did too. I mean, kudos to this guy in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, again, also great ensemble, great movie.
I thought he should have been nominated again, but I don't believe he was.
He was not. He was not.
Yeah.
And then he followed up with the movie 2019's Serenity. Has nothing to do with Josh Wheaton's Serenity.
Yeah.
Oh God, this was so bad. This was just such a.
Can you play the trailer on this one, Frank? This is what
yeah.
I haven't seen. So.
I'll kind of try to be quiet on this trailer just to tell me if you understand what's going on.
All right.
It's no bueno though.
You know how in Plymouth, they like to say, everybody knows everything? It wouldn't be funny if the truth was that nobody knows anything. How long have I been on Plymouth Island?
Feels like we've all been here forever.
What's this?
Just a little scratch.
Please don't kill that man.
What?
I will give you $10 million to drop my husband in the ocean for the sharks.
There's right and wrong, heaven and hell.
Some weird stuff going on right now. This whole island's a part of it, but nobody knows it.
Okay, John, you want the truth?
You don't.
It's funny, huh?
Where in the world are we?
Oh man, so he's in hell?
I guess. Without spoiling anything of this movie, the best way to describe this movie is if a 3-year-old decided and a 12-year-old decided to make a movie, and then they got another 13-year-old and decided to change the movie, and then a 14, 15-year-old goes, "Ooh, I want to see titties," and then they got some famous editor to edit it all into try to make it make sense, and you get this movie. I just there's no way to describe how weird and the edit. I don't know if it starts at the end or it begins at the. I don't know. It's just a mess.
Okay.
And Matthew McConaughey in the movie is just a piece of shit.
Well, it didn't look like something I would normally want to watch, but.
So then he in 2019 also did the movie Beach Bum, which we don't have to roll a trailer. I'll just give you the gist of Beach Bum. You see the trailer or know the movie Spring Break?
Yep.
Essentially, it's the same writer and director. Except of Franco being in the role, they cast McConaughey in the role.
Gotcha.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it reminded me of that one with Franco.
Yeah.
What was it called again?
Spring
Breakers.
Breakers. Yeah.
But it was Spring Breakers was edgy. This movie felt less edgy. It just felt like somebody's lame attempt to make a comedy out of the situation that they were beach bums who sold weed.
Right. So yeah. So then he had a small little cameo in Between Two Ferns.
Oh yeah. Oh
So,
man, that was so great.
I mean, that clip's basically just runs my hatred and Gambit exactly what I think.
It's Zach Galifianakis said everything you said, right?
Yeah. So I mean, whether he took it from me first or I took it from him, we both have beards. We both hate the pretty boy and his pretty jeans.
That was pretty funny, though. I'll give you that. So was that the last thing he's done recently? Then?
So he did do The Gentleman.
Oh yeah, he was in The Gentleman. Yeah,
2019.
We don't have to play the.
We don't. No, there's no clip for this one really because, I mean, the movie's okay. He just doesn't do a good job in it. So I don't
basically care. The Gentleman is this American businessman who is a gangster in London, and the London gangsters want to cut him out of the picture. He just plays an angry American hillbilly in the movie.
He plays what probably would be himself.
Yeah, but it was all right. It had some decent character actors that were in it. My dude from Sons of Anarchy was in it, and also King Arthur.
Terrible movie, King Arthur.
Known as King Arthur.
Terrible movie, boys and girls, King Arthur.
But anyway, so it's not. He wasn't bad in the movie. It was just, again, he was kind of out of place. So
yeah.
But that's it, right?
That's it. That's 70 credits of Matthew McConaughey. Out of 70, I would say the man gets 25 good praises. And
I would say it may even be lower on my list, 10 probably.
I mean, and that's sad because he's apparently a good actor, but he's not. And that's what we've learned. That's what we've learned in this show.
What I think is fun about this game that we have created, because we did this with John Cusack after The Paperboy. That's what we were talking about. It looks like it's fun because you take these actors and you put them up on a pedestal because you see one thing they do that you like, right? But if you start to look at it as a whole, their entire career, there's some big gaps of pieces of shit out there too. So even my favorite actors and your favorite actors and actresses have big gaps of just terrible choices. So that's what we're bringing light to in this these very special episodes.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at these people that we hold up and kind of bring them back down to earth a little,
Just the truth. So
that's right.
I think we try another good Scientology actor. I mean, phenomenal actor, Thomas Cruise.
Our next episode will revolve around Thomas Cruise.
Yeah, I don't believe even that's his real name. That's the thing.
No. We're going to dig into it. We're going to find out. We're going to bring you all that information and more on the next very special episode.
Yeah.
But for tonight, I've been Ray McGuff on this very special episode, and with me as always is
Jean Paul on this very special episode, even mic'd up and in the shot, kind of.
Yeah, you're doing good things there. But
Just
thank you guys for watching. Check out all of our podcasts on ZTO TV. In care of Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, iCore, Hardcore, Lowcore, Softcore.
Mom and Dad, Pots and Pans, Robots.
Yeah. Anywhere you can find podcasts. Check out all of our new stuff that's coming up. We've got new things in the hopper from Frank's World of Craziness.
We got a Schlockfest coming. A Christmas Schlockfest.
Christmas Schlockfest. We got Deconstructing Bill Murray coming up, which is very exciting. Just a ton of stuff. So check out ZTO TV for more. Drop comments in the comments section. Email us at
Schlockfest75 at gmail.com.
And tell us how great we did on this show and all of our shows. Tell us about how much you love us. Or tell us that we fucking suck. I've been Ray McGuff.
I've been John Paul.
Happy holidays.